talk about breaking biases versus lowering your standards. I promised that I was going to do a longer form video of what it means, the difference between breaking biases and lowering your standard. So let's just get right into it. I'm SAGENEL. Welcome to the Meet Your Husband community video. Welcome to join our community. I help women, successful single women, meet and marry their husbands, proving to them that they can be successful and be successfully married too. Good. Do not forget to subscribe because you would enjoy this video. Look, you are going to enjoy it. So yeah, don't forget. Okay, so what are we? If you've been following me, if you're just stumbling on this video, one of my first videos, thank you so much. But don't stop here. There are a lot of videos that I've done in the past that are very insightful for you. So please do well to go and watch those videos so that you can get the gist of where this is coming from. You can get the context. Okay. So we spoke in one of the shots that I created. We spoke that we're going to talk more about biases versus breaking the biases versus standard. If you keep saying, "Oh, SAGENEL, let's break our biases, let's look at things differently," does it also mean reducing the standard? No, it doesn't mean reducing your standard. A typical example of breaking your bias is thinking that while we're getting married to a short man is a problem, or getting married to an albino is a problem, or getting married to somebody with big eyes is a problem, or getting married to somebody with big tits is a problem. Those are biases that have been instilled into you. Those are inherited thoughts and ideas. You were not born with those ideas, you inherited it because it was modeled to you, especially by the media, maybe those around you, that this is how the right kind of couple should look like, or this is couple goals, or this is what beauty looks like, this is what beauty looks like, this is what a handsome person looks like. And I promise you, if we do a research with children who are born into a different society and we model different kind of things as beauty and handsome to them, when you show them something different, they're also going to be taken apart because they'll be like, no, that's not what beauty and handsome looks like. A beauty and handsome person looks like a short person. I was watching, there was a particular research that I saw that, I don't know how to explain it to you, but like their heads, they usually will press the heads of the people at birth to look long. Like they literally press the head to look like a ruler. And according to those people, that was their sign of beauty. Like that was how they thought that people were beautiful when their heads looked long. It was very strange. That was what was happening. I can't remember the name of the society now to be able to cite it for you, but the point of it is, beauty is to you right now, currently, is what you've been told, what has been modeled to you, what you've seen, and what you've accepted as what beauty is supposed to look like. So those are the biases I'm talking about. Biases of the things that you were told that you were supposed to be the right things, but are not really the right things. Like how a person looks, how a person dresses, how a person talks. All those things are biases because nowadays, in this generation, if a person has money, people don't even care how the person talks. As long as you have money, then that's fine. So the problem is, who now told you that you could manage a person who did not speak well, even though the bias of how a person speaks was a problem to you. So I want you to think about those are some of the things that we're talking about when we're speaking about biases. Now, talking about standards. So biases are typically kind of like how you think a thing should be, but it doesn't necessarily need to be that way for you to still accomplish your goal, like how a person looks, maybe what you wear, if you should enter an airplane or a bus, all those things are biases. The point is, do you want to get to your destination? Yes, you want to get to your destination. How you get there can be different, but it could have been sold to you that if you don't use a Rolls Royce to your destination, then you're not going to have a perfect journey. Those are biases because you can not use a Rolls Royce and you can still get to your destination in premium style. Do you see what I'm saying? So regarding standards are convictions and value systems that a person must have to make that marriage work. And we're talking in the context of marriage, so let's just use marriage as an example. Standards and value systems, those are things that you must knock up, like character. When we're talking about bias, you can't be saying bias doesn't have anything to do with character. Bias and character, it doesn't, like that's not what you are saying. They are not even matching, they are not linking with each other. Standards are things like, oh, I don't want to have sex before marriage, and you're sticking with it. Even if the person comes and the person is the tallest or the shortest person in the world, those are standards. Standards are, I want a person who is not abusive. Standards could be, I want a person who doesn't drink. For some people, they don't mind. It depends on what you want in a marriage. Standards are, I want to go to certain places. No, going to certain places, those ones are secondary. But we're talking about when it speaks to characters and value system. Specifically, that's what we're talking about, characters and value system. So the person who is not abusive, the person who is kind, the person who is loving, the person who is not stingy, those are things that comes in different packages. It's not how tall the guy is that shows whether he's stingy or he's kind. It's not how short he is that shows whether he's caring or compassionate. Yeah. I mean, those things are ingrained, and it depends on how the person grew up, the person's perspective of life, how they're going, and so on and so forth. Those are the things that make the person have standards that work for you. So I want you to think about what I've just said, and this is the first installment in other parts of the series that will continue to differentiate between biases and standards, but they are not the same. Do not confuse them. Biases are always talking to the containers and the packages in which it comes, and knowing that you can have it in different packages. For instance, if you're Nigerian, you know that you can have ofada rice in a plate or you can have it in a leaf. It doesn't necessarily impact on the taste. If you think it impacts on the taste, it's your own bias. Yeah, and it's the same thing with different other things depending on the country that you come from. There are certain things that can be packaged in certain ways. It's still the same thing, it's just that it can be packaged differently, and your bias has told you how it should be packaged. I just give an example of a car. Some people think certain kind of car is better than certain kind of car. Maybe or maybe not. The point of it is, does it get you to your destination? Yeah, it gets you to your destination. The other things you have are biases and special preferences. So special preferences are not the same thing as standards. A lot of times people make special preferences their standards, and there's a big difference there, because your special or your personal preferences are not necessarily standards that will make a marriage work. Two different things entirely, and I think that's a good way to actually wrap up this video, understanding that my personal preferences, I have personal preferences, but it doesn't mean there are standards that make marriages work. Just be true to yourself, and what I encourage women to do is to now open up those special preferences and biases, to look through other lenses. Don't look just through your own lens, your church lens, your status lens, your complexion lens, just the way you want to look. Or start looking at the lenses of other people, or through the lenses of other people, to expand your worldview, and you'll see it different. But never compromise on standard. And it's not even a thing of your own personal standard. It's about standard that makes a marriage work. I always emphasize, it's not about you forming a personal standard. It's about what is going to make a marriage work. And I've spoken about characteristics of what makes marriages work in previous videos, and I can still speak about that in future videos. Things like character, very important, kindness, love, respect for the institution, even respect for God. It's when the person respects God that the person will respect you. All of those things are some of the things that makes marriages work. And you got it here. You have your video on the difference between biases and standards, and where they meet, and how to not mix it up. I'm SAGENEL. Do not forget to subscribe, share this video with someone, and I'll be seeing you on my next video. But you definitely can see your previous video that I know that you missed. Yeah, so share this with 2 people and watch the video.